New media is having an old problem, and that is becoming part of the story. Some Facebook employees asked their boss, Trump critic Mark Zuckerberg, if their omnipotent site should do something to derail the now presumptive Republican nominee.
2 weeks ago, Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg was at a company conference when he pulled the pin on his Donald Trump grenade.
I hear fearful voices calling for building walls and distancing people they label as others.
You can see he's getting into politics right there.
You think? But some of his employees want to go a step further, posting this question. What responsibility does Facebook have to help prevent President Trump in 2017? That set off concerns that Facebook, new to the news business, might start manipulating stories on its news feed, driving a political agenda. In the past, Facebook executive Sheryl Sandberg has dismissed that speculation, saying, "I want to be clear, Facebook would never try to control elections." One thing is clear. The Trump campaign went to their playbook, attacking the billionaire entrepreneur's integrity.
What's your response to that not-so-subtle jab from Mark Zuckerberg at Donald Trump?
Well, you know, self-righteousness isn't very proactive.
Now that sounds like an old war about new media.
I don't know. I kind of like this. I haven't. Facebook News hasn't reached my news feed, so maybe it has all of yours, but I haven't seen a whole lot of it. So I'm not overly troubled by this. I mean, if they're in the news business, they're in the regurgitation business.
Oh,
so.
You should be troubled.
Really?
You should be deeply
I'm not.
troubled. It's not because Facebook is acting as our largest distributor of news. It's because of all the other things Facebook does. Facebook has engaged in experiments with the news feed over the years, the all-important feed that we have no idea how they arrive at what's in it. They have tried messages to make you happy or sad as an experiment. They've tried messages. They've tried messages to drive up voter turnout to see how well those work. It's all very mysterious. The other thing too is Facebook essentially acts as a utility. This isn't like a newspaper. This isn't like the Boston Globe publishing a fake page criticizing Donald Trump, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago. This is more like the phone company acting in a way that Donald Trump sets up a phone bank to try to reach potential donors, and for some reason their calls don't go through. I mean, that's why this is, regardless of what you think about Trump, this is potentially very dangerous. Now, Mark Zuckerberg and Sheryl Sandberg have said they're not going to do this. We take them at their word.
They're doing it.
But they already did it. They already did it when they manipulated those feeds.
But I mean, they're not going to take any overt action against Donald Trump, they've said.
But they've already manipulated. If the issue is, will they manipulate, or the concern is, they've already done it. So if we're going to pattern and practice, we've already done it. So you doth protest too much. And that's a concern. And for my money, I don't like Facebook for a number of reasons, but I can't tell you how much stuff comes to me from friends and intelligent people. Where'd you get that? Facebook. Where'd it come from? I don't know. I mean, it's very easy to persuade large groups of otherwise intelligent and usually free-thinking folks by what they arrive at in that feed.
It is amazing how much we willingly cede to Facebook of our personal information, and then how much of our perception we cede to that algorithm that Dan was talking about. And yeah, the experiment with the voter turnout was really pretty disturbing because nobody knew about it. They were actually, this was a few years ago, and it was an election day, and they were putting "I voted" signs, or encouraging people to put up "I voted" signs after they vote, under the theory that then their friends would then be pressured to vote. And if you start gaming that and showing that only to some people and not others, they thought they could really have an influence on voter turnout. That could have an influence on an election.
What was that quote from Mark Zuckerberg when he was still at Harvard and had started this thing up and was talking about how many people were signing up for it? And it was something like, can't believe how many idiots have trusted me, something like that. Very prescient. The spooky thing here, one of the spooky things here, is that there is no way, they can tell us that they're not going to alter what they do to swing the election. There is no way to know if that's true or not, because not only is the algorithm this digital secret sauce that we're not privy to, but everyone's Facebook feed is private. So there's not like the daily Facebook that we can size up and say, are they being fair to Donald Trump or not? We just have to take them at their word. And as you said, there's reason not to.
Yes, that's right.